Peace, fam. This is your brother Maul, the other Maul, hitting you with an extra special segment today. Still Tom about it, right? This is an extra segment where we take those sideline conversations and those little tangent conversations and it's turned into its own thing. It got a life all its own. Sometimes the conversation is that good, whatever you're sipping on is that good, whatever you're smoking on is that good, but the conversation get extra better, so we added an extra segment because we still talking about it.
Dog, distraction. All right, speaking of distractions, so black men don't want to see Black Panther 2 because it snatches a good black role model away too quick. It's so many clips we're seeing are us cowering behind the women, and the women are in charge. These are the
Right.
quotes, and well, they're not quotes. I'm just scrambling through that. But these are the lines I've been hearing coming for why people are not going to see Black Panther. And on top of that, actually from people that I know that are actually comic fans. So they actually know about there's a storyline with Shuri is the Black Panther, or there's another one with somebody else is, or all that stuff. But it's more about the fact that they're taking away a black
comic icon.
Black comic icon. Yeah.
I mean,
this is what I've been hearing, and to me, it was just like y'all niggas just lost, and y'all want to argue on anything. But I want to hear what niggas got to say.
Well, obviously that's the reason why you called me up here, because you've probably read my 2 cents or my take on it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just this Black Panther film. I think this is a culmination of a bunch of stuff that we've subliminally been exposed to. So, me personally, I watch TV on a regular day, right? Any regular day, pick any regular day, and you put the TV on. Commercials come on, you don't see black relationships, you'll see black women, lesbians in a commercial. You see black gay men in a commercial. You may see a black family, but they're always missing either the mother or the father. It's the father with the child, or it's the mother with the child, or it's a black woman with a white man. You very rarely see a white woman with a black man.
They get enough from that in basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know we got to keep it light, though. We got to keep it light if we don't want people to get too mad about this conversation. Then you go on TV, and most of the black men in national and most of the syndicated television shows, they're gay men. They are gay men. I mean, it's not, and if they do have black male characters, they're either, like you said, weak, docile, they hide behind their women, or they're the comic relief. Very few stable, articulate, educated, good examples of black men in television and movies. And if you see several movies, if you look at, did you guys ever see the Harriet Tubman movie?
Yeah, I think I did. Don't she got a white husband in real life?
So yeah, the actress has a white husband in real life.
Yeah, that's all.
So in the movie, right, they created this whole character. This is not a real person in Harriet Tubman's storyline. This white master that she was somewhat infatuated with, and they created this whole storyline of the white man. He's coming to catch her.
Wasn't the same thing happening in that Turner movie also? Like the turning point. The turning point was something completely made up, correct?
Completely made up. So they have now, mind you, Harriet Tubman was married to 2 black men. They undermined these 2 black men in her story and propped up this made up white character that didn't even exist in her storyline. So I say that to say, yes, Shuri does become Black Panther in an offshoot of the comic series. But T'Challa was not dead. T'Challa was actually godlike. He was king of the dead. That was the character he was at the time. He was King of the Dead during her playing the Black Panther. He then becomes Black Panther again. So if you're telling me we get 3, 4 Iron Man movies, 3, 4 Captain America movies, 3, 4 Hulk movies, then you have 1 Black Panther movie, 2, 3 features. Then you tell me, okay, this is now we're pushing it to where Shuri becomes Black Panther. Where is T'Challa who married Storm? Where is the T'Challa who became King of the Dead?
Let me ask you, my man. Let me ask you this though. So, what would you have preferred then? With this unforeseen thing happening with Chadwick, what would you have preferred?
I mean, you got to look at it like this. The MCU is all connected, right? All these movies is all connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have they said a movie is slated to come out in 2020 and it don't come out till the beginning of 2022? You know, you could have just delayed the project and say, hey, look, we have a whole T'Challa storyline. We're going to recast T'Challa, but we're going to let some time pass so we can let Brother Chadwick rest in peace. I feel what's happened again, back to the earlier point about Britney, right? This bleeding heart crybaby shit that's going on in the country. Everyone is in their emotions about everything. Yes, the brother passed away. He was a great brother, but he played Martin Luther King too. Do we not get somebody else to play Martin Luther King because he did a great job playing Martin Luther King? He played James Brown too. Do we not not get to play James Brown again?
He ain't do Martin Luther King like my man Peoples did Martin Luther King though.
No, he ain't no.
He did James
See,
Brown like nobody else.
Yeah. Hey,
crushed James Brown.
Yeah, he crushed James Brown.
My man Peoples, ever since he stabbed himself up a shaft, boy, that shit has been a cold.
But when he was Martin Luther King, I was like, damn, that's him. He can do, man, that boy good. That boy really good.
That's a bad boy there. Yeah. I mean, yes, Chadwick, look, I get it, right? And this may come off insensitive, but to me, the potential for what of seeing an African king, Black male, to me ain't no difference between us, a Black male king marry a beautiful Black woman of power to become almost godlike, that we have that opportunity to have that story depicted on film transcends his passing.
But that's also why you're not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Because of what America is, that's why you're not going to see no godlike Black couple. Because the Black family, like your man Umar said, the Black family the most threatened. They don't want to see that.
He said Mel Umar, that's what you call
it. My nigga Small Umar.
I don't know.
I mean, but you know what? You know what though? They did it so slick because now Black women are offended by our take on this. They feel as if it's an attack on them. And I was talking to this sister the other day, and she said, she was getting real defensive. I said, sister, y'all do realize Black women have been captured in comic book movies way before this, right? You remember Halle Berry was Storm. She was Catwoman. Eartha Kitt was a Black comic book character on TV when they was still lynching niggas. When they was still framing Black men for crimes like the Black Panther Party. Eartha Kitt was Catwoman on TV. We have not had that moment. This is our moment. Storm has been depicted by at least 2 to 3 different women on the major screen.
So you don't think if they would have recast Chadwick, we would have been arguing about that? If this movie was still slated to come out when it's slated to come out, because at the same time, like I hate to say it's sensitive, but if I got all these movies, if we know about all these movies lined up, then we know about all these movies lined up. And if they're telling the story, this movie has to come out around this area. I understand how you could change it up, this, that, and the third, but it's business. Business at the end of the day. So if they would have recasted somebody else to keep the T'Challa going, because I understand there are plenty of Clark Kents, I understand there are plenty of Bruce Waynes, but if they would have recast somebody for Black Panther Part 2 after Chadwick just died, we would not been arguing about that. We had
Oh,
not been
yeah.
up in
First of all, niggas gonna argue about everything.
Anything. That's what I'm saying.
besides what fucking matters. No, we can argue about that too. We can argue about that too. We can argue about that too. We didn't come to agreement. Yeah, we didn't come to agreement with it.
You lie.
That's my whole thing with the whole distractions. That's why I think this is just more of a distraction.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at
it's a comic book.
You know what I'm saying? I think hopefully, now this is my hope, you know what I'm saying, on my whatever. All right, they just go ahead and drop this movie. I don't know if she have a baby at the end of the zone or you know what I'm saying, or whatever happens. But you bring it back to a black male Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? And she get her movie a shine, you know what I'm saying?
And we're 100% that they're not going the Killmonger role, and they're not going.
Don't nobody know.
And they're not going.
We don't know.
Because there's two males that are possible: Killmonger and M'Baku, and then there's Shuri, who's the other girl, and there's three women that's possible. Right?
There's Nakia. There's Nakia, who was his girl in the last jump.
Yeah.
And then there's the leader, the female leader of the Dora Milaje.
So there's 4 ways that this can go: 2 male and 2 women. But we kind of know that it's going the Shuri way, correct? With this movie. So why are we in such an uproar?
Why? Why though?
Why what part? I asked you. I'm confused.
Okay, so
it can go to a male or male.
Let me frame it to you the same way, right?
Go ahead.
We have had 5 Jokers. One of the best Jokers was played by a man where they said the role is what led to his overdosing and dying, right? Playing the Joker. That's like saying we had a Joker movie coming up, and what we're going to do is we're not going to make this about the Joker anymore. We're going to make it the Harley Quinn show. But it's still a Joker movie. Don't call it a Joker movie. It's a movie about Harley Quinn, right?
Joker in it.
The Joker ain't even in the jump. Now, she may be the Harley Quinn doing things as the Joker. So let's say it's a Harley Quinn doing stuff as the Joker. No one's going to legitimately call that a Joker movie. They're going to say, okay, well, we see what you're trying to do. You tried. And we have to be honest, that young man died right after playing Joker. They didn't skip a beat. They kept making movies.
Devil's advocate. We're talking about DC who do just random movies out the blue.
It's a new Batman
compared to an MCU.
2 years.
Compared to an MCU which keeps a storyline. Like MCU keeps a storyline. DCU doesn't.
But so then this is my question. So then this is my question to follow up with that. So if they're keeping a storyline, then their plan was to replace the black male Black Panther anyway.
I mean,
if what you're saying is they're so on point and they're so regimented that eventually their idea was to replace the black male Black Panther anyway.
I don't think that was the case. You know what I'm saying? I think this whole movie was like, we got to come out with a Black Panther movie because the last one sold out. We had black people in the joint. Let's go get the black money now. So let's put something together, you know what I'm saying, around the fact that he died. I'm sure he's going to have a clip of 2 in there where they got some background footage.
They said it like a lot of beginning movies.
Put him in there, so you're going to get the sympathy from that, and then you're going to switch it. I think this is more of an adjustment to what happened with Chadwick than something already planned.
But at the same time,
and without having to bring in somebody old new or create some faux storyline about how Killmonger you just killed off.
And to get to this movie, Black Panther 2 has to come out.
Right.
So all this is done. I have to do something. Some adjustments I can make. Like I hear you on, sir. It might have became the Black Panther in part 3, but now we have to make it 2. I feel you on that part.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that was part of their plan anyway.
To me, the whole the reason why I'm saying like the arguments and the distractions and shit like that is like, this is fucking comic book. Why do we care about that? And the reason why I was thinking this while you was talking about how there's no real positive black male role models on regular syndication. For one, because it's not their job. For 2, because where they're at, we don't support them long enough for them to become either syndicated or a regular show. Like this whole little...
I disagree.
This whole all black joint that comes up on All Our Joints channel called All Black that comes on all our timelines. None of us follow it. Like none of us has got a subscription to that.
You watch
Like,
Black Lightning?
Didn't finish it. I didn't like it. Like I mean, sometimes it goes back to when product compared to what
Okay, so
you jump into a game where the competition's up here, and you come with some B-level shit. So I feel
I slightly disagree.
Okay.
I slightly disagree. And the reason why I disagree, I'll just point to you examples in modern history. It was Black people that made Martin the TV show it was. It was Black people that made The Fresh Prince what it was. It was Black people that did it with the Bill Cosby show. Even, Black-ish. White people don't watch that show. So this is Black people. No, I'm not saying they don't, they do, but it's like, the Black people who watch Friends. We know that Black people watch Friends, but we don't really fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
This is my counter and why I said something about allblack.com and why I said something, I wish I would say something about maybe Bounce TV. Like the few avenues that they got to put the shows out themselves, we're supporting those. Because if Martin gets good enough and start talking about good shit, they are going to take it away from us. But these little small avenues that we got where we're actually putting the shit out, we are supporting those. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem.
We do though, but you got to look at what
numbers,
which ones they emphasize. So prime example, The Shy, right? That's a Black show, Black creator, right? I heard it's a completely different premise than what it started with. Now it's like a LGBTQ soap opera. And then you have P-Valley. That is a whole show that I wouldn't listen. I tried watching P-Valley in the beginning. It's a show about strippers. What man ain't gonna watch a show about strippers? I watched the first 2-3 episodes. My wife was like, "You watch this trash?" I said, "Honey, I'm just trying. I'm trying to see what Black shows is about." Watched the first couple joints. I can't get with it. So these are shows that are supported by Black folk. But
I'm talking about the outlets. HBO is going to do that after a while. Like they put out fucking Watchmen. It crushed. We loved it. They took it from us. What are we gonna do with what channel can we get and put shit out on? We don't really have BET. That's why I keep going back to allblack.com. That's why I keep going back to this luminary shit. Like and I'm saying myself, because I haven't listened to that new Black Star album because it's a luminary and they want me to pay for it. That's why. And that's all on me. So me myself are doing what I'm blaming us for. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying
I think that's unfair. And I'll tell you why. I think that's unfair because I feel like when it comes to any problem in the Black community, we have been so taught to fend for ourselves that our automatic response is, well, we should just do the shit ourselves. No, it's like prime example where they say, well, why can't we get the government to help clean up the Black community? Well, why don't the Black men do it? That's what we pay taxes for. Everywhere else in the country, everything else you're expecting for members of the community to do gets done with your tax dollars. So why is it when it comes to the Black community, we're like, oh, well, the fact we pay taxes don't matter. The fact that we own property in this place don't matter. We need to do it ourselves. Why do we keep convincing ourselves that in spite of the bullshit, that we know we live in a structured society where they own the outlets? Why are we lying to ourselves and saying, well, we need to build an outlet on our own? There is nothing that Black people are going to create within the next 5 to 10 years that's going to be able to compete with Fox, Disney, HBO, none of that stuff. No matter how much we put into it, it's just not enough of us in population to make it competitive. So we have to now start demanding from these places that we make rich. Black women are the largest demographic in consumer debt in the country. They make
they give you these gay relationship shits and tell you shut up. We gave you what you asked for.
This is what I was trying to say. They have so slaughtered the definition of minority, right? It was specifically for Black men and Black women. And Hispanics and Asians, they have their own plight with white America, so they could get the tag in there too. But they have so distorted the definition of minority that white men who think they're white women are trumping Black men and women when it comes to the plight issue. So you mean to tell that, listen, that's the epitome of white supremacy. You are so comfortable in your space as a white man that you think you're a white woman. That's comfort.
That you can be.
Not a plight.
Not even think. They can be.
that you can choose
Yeah, that
to
you
be
have
a
that.
white meat.
And it's funny, that's at the basis of the bass in our voice wherever black men talk about any gay issue. Is the fact that everything trumps our plight.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, so last Tuesday on Now Talking About,
You know why Irish Americans could say, "Oh, I'm Irish with pride," because Ireland is powerful. France is powerful. Germany, even with its dark history, is powerful. Someone will say to you with pride, "I'm a German American." Then you ask a black person, "Where are you from?" Half of them don't want nothing to do with
Chicago.
Chicago,
Man,
Brooklyn.
that part of town proud. No old shit.
Everywhere but where they from.
They Southside.
You know, Southside niggas don't
Southside,
own a
nigga.
motherfucking thing there.
Yeah, Southside did it though. But I mean, and this is what I'm talking about, the thought process.
That's
If
Marcus Garvey, like, right?
Yeah, if Africa was a global power, would you be ashamed to say, "Oh, I'm picking up my family and I'm taking my family out of the hood in Chicago and I'm moving them to Ghana"? You wouldn't, because your motherland is a place of power. We strayed off because we was talking about Black Panther. I think
We was, boy.
We talk a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we was. We'll they
I know
do
what
Black
it
Panther a serious. Nah, they're gonna do Black Panther a serious disservice if they don't bring T'Challa back. And I feel like, honestly, black people as a whole should boycott if they
What do you
don't
mean
bring
that's
T'Challa
my
back.
bad, my bad. As a non-comic head, what do you mean by bringing T'Challa back? Knowing that there's no Chadwick, what do you mean by bringing T'Challa back?
Man, there's a multiverse in the MCU. That means literally there's an unlimited number of T'Challas that exist in the way they've world builded their space. So it's listen, one of the movies was about them going back in time, fighting older versions of themselves to solve a problem in the future. You can write around that. You see what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's nothing but a plot device.
But you don't have him
we're
no
all
more.
writers.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
To replace, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
thinking about bringing back Killmonger.
It just feel like it felt like that's more of my. I don't understand. Like, I don't agree with it, but I don't understand why y'all are not arguing that. The fact that they're making Shuri over Killmonger or M'Baku, not the fact that there's no more to try.
Well, because Shuri was all of them, Shuri, Killmonger, and M'Baku have all. Well, I don't think M'Baku was Black Panther. He's the Great Ape or something in the comics.
He was always the Great Ape.
He was always the Great Ape. But Killmonger and Shuri have been variations of BP before. There's several reasons why I disagree with it. One, I don't think the actress that plays Shuri is solid enough to carry a franchise. There's that's like, who have we had carry the franchises? We've had Robert Downey Jr., Hollywood icon. Yes, he had a downward spiral, but he's still a Hollywood icon. Chris Evans. Who else are major?
But I don't think. My bad. Yeah, Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's big. But he's not. I don't think. I think with Black Panther,
and we don't even know who the fuck the dude is that plays Hulk, but he got a lot of movies.
Oh, Ruffalo? Mark Ruffalo?
The nigga that plays?
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. I think she's big enough because it's not her by herself. Like, you have Angela beside her, you have Michael B. Jordan beside her. It's just like even with any of the other movies, there's 4 or 5 other people in the movie. There's no more solo movies where there's just one star in there.
But let me ask you a question.
You're gonna go.
Let me ask you the question. I remember the first time I saw Black Panther in a movie. That nigga was serious. He was working the Avengers. The first time, think about it. The first time you saw the first time you saw Black Panther, all of them, even Bucky, was catching smoke. Shuri don't have that. Yeah, Shuri don't have that capability as a character. You see what I'm saying?
What are you saying? Whoa! Fight a frame, or you saying?
What do you mean? Okay, because you said as a character, and I guess
I'm talking about
I
star
guess you're
quality.
distinguishing it from as an actress. So
I'm
what do
talking
you
about
mean by as a
star.
character?
I'm talking about star quality.
So you are talking about as an actress.
Star quality. She's a great
So,
actress. She doesn't have star quality. Viola Davis
you
is
think
a
Anthony
star.
Mackie does?
Who?
You think
No.
Anthony Mackie does?
Hell no. But I've never,
He's
I
the
never
new,
liked,
he's gonna
I
be the
never,
new Captain America, correct?
but I never liked Black Captain America
But he's
anyway.
gonna
I thought
be,
it was
but
an
I'm saying, but
oxymoron.
he's gonna carry the Black America. He's gonna carry the Captain America mantle for the next movie, correct?
Yeah, it sound good, but Black Captain America, based on this entire conversation we just had for an hour, it sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't even want
call
that.
him Uncle Tom.
Yeah, I don't even want that. I'm just saying, like, yeah, but I think.
But and I
Go
don't think Anthony Mackie has enough star quality.
You said what?
If you I don't think he has enough star quality. I don't.
You think Tom Hiddleston does?
Who?
Loki.
Yes. And he showed it in his TV show though. The TV show is what showed me that okay, he can develop this character because the TV show was a great show. But then again, I have not watched the Falcon and Bucky TV series.
Jeremy Renner got a goddamn joint. Like, I mean, are you saying she needs a show before she needs a movie? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, I'm trying to distinguish whether it's because of the character and the character doesn't hold much weight or the actress. I think she.
Okay, so one Hawkeye though. Hawkeye has at least 4 to 5 movies of backdrop. Shuri has one. She has one.
And she's done, and she was a prominent role in that one movie, plus whatever she's done on the screen. Not like
and
she was in.
Like she's an actress. Like
she was
had
in
shit under her belt.
Civil War joint.
She was in Black Panther, right? She was in Black Panther. She was in Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
When he went back home.
Okay, so let me go. Let's go to the elements. Let's go to the elements of what BP is. BP, Black Panther, is the best hand-to-hand combatant in the MCU. The best hand-to-hand combatant in the MCU. Heart-shaped herb or not, Shuri got her ass whipped within 30 seconds. She had her little blaster cannons and still got her ass whooped. She still got her ass whooped by
the
Black Panther at the time.
But what I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? But she got her ass whooped by Killmonger at the time.
But this is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's look at the process for Black Panther. Ain't no heart-shaped herb. You literally go into that little mountain space. The entire country is standing there watching, and they looking at you to see, yo, can you handle yourself with a stick? No special powers, no technology, no nothing.
So you saying they're gonna skip that whole step? Like you said, it's gonna happen?
She ain't gonna
fight
with the joint?
No, she's not. She would get her ass whooped. What have you seen? What have you seen from Shuri that says she could have stood on that mountain with M'Baku? Come on.
I'm trying. Look, I'm digging in my devil. Gotta get bagged like shit. Now you got she ain't got technology.
She got the hand cannon. You can't bring the hand cannon, Tony.
She got hope this nigga flip off that motherfucker. And she's like, oh shit, he fell.
Look, even when Killmonger beat the dog shit out of Chadwick the first time he was out there with him.
Right.
So hold on. My bad.
He was curled up.
You know the comic. So how did she become Black Panther in the comics then?
Because T'Challa becomes King of the Dead, which is like a godlike entity. He can control and deal and talk to the dead. He can roam that, like he's like a god.
So how do you know this is not what's gonna go in Black Panther too?
Because T'Challa was still alive, meaning T'Challa is still alive. T'Challa is still alive, meaning he's still a person. He's still alive.
They got footage. They might be able to, you know what I mean, throw the nigga in the hologram type. You know what I mean? They might be able to do something.
But what people fail to realize,
they got backup. Like I said, they shot movies years ago. They got.
But he's still. But in the comics, she's only Black Panther for a little bit. He becomes Black Panther again.
That's what I'm saying. What if this just her one little movie to Black Panther right quick, and then you know what I'm saying.
Was
we'll
another
see.
nigga
But
become?
like I said, I felt like this shit was just like some shit that they had to throw together. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I guess.
All right, well, what I'm
I think
saying,
at the end, I think that might be a way they could bring Killmonger in to be Black Panther. Guys, that's kind of what we want. Like I think that's what we will be mad. Like I don't want to go see that movie. You find out that what happened was Killmonger became
I don't want Michael B.
You really
Jordan to
fucking
be
wanted because
VP.
the fight that he had, what he said, that's what all of us feel like. You know what I mean? So for him to become Black Panther, it really is. But all of us get up in arms about
But I also felt like that's why they killed his ass off too. That's true too.
But I don't.
We saying some wistful shit over here, dog. Like
I think we need another actor for BP. We need another actor for BP. I don't want Michael B. Jordan, because when you look at Michael B. Jordan, he's a great actor and he does have the star quality. And then great actors, you know, subjective.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he got to be the Killmonger character.
Yeah.
So I want to see someone else, a new, because then you know what? If it's a new face, and if it's someone that we're relatively new to as people, would be more accepting of him being T'Challa versus if it's like somebody, like let's say Denzel Washington Jr. That's not even his name, but that's what we're gonna call him.
John Washington.
Yeah, John Washington. That's Denzel's son.
Denzel sounds better, man. You
right. All right.
Yeah.
So, Denzel's son. I don't even know his name. What's his name? John Washington.
Yeah, John Washington. Yeah.
That don't even sound like a black man name.
Denzel Washington literally sounds better. Go with that.
Yeah, we gonna call him Denzel's son. Denzel's son Washington. That's your new name. Change the birth certificate. So, John Washington. So he owns slaves. I don't want him playing no black icons. You know what I'm saying? So, but a new black actor, because that's someone that can grow with the film. You know, so what do we got coming up? Jamie Foxx is supposed to be doing a Spawn movie, which I'm excited about. They got the new Blade that's supposed to be coming out, but I don't like the dude they picked to play Blade.
Why is that? Because he already been in Marvel or what? Why is that?
Because what Wesley was an established action star before he did Blade. This nigga played a gay man twice.
He did do 2 Wong Fu.
I don't think was 2 Wong Fu before or after Blade.
It was gay.
Was 2 Wong Fu before?
After.
No, wait, hold on. You're not gonna do that. Then, Wesley did Rising Sun, Passenger 57. He did all them things before he did Blade. We're not gonna talk about just 2 Wong Fu. He was because Patrick Swayze was also in 2 Wong Fu. Don't take away from his Roadhouse movies.
Nobody said Patrick Swayze was nobody. He was good for Ghost, but
dude, good.
Yeah,
dude ain't no slouch though. Like I understand the whole he got 2 gauge on his butt, but he ain't no slouch. He was a Luke Cage. He was somebody.
Wesley Snipes is a actual martial artist. That's the reason why he was able to pursue this. He was able to.
Martial artist,
you know what I'm saying? But
shit,
shit, who the dude this Hawkeye? I don't think he's
Jeremy Renner old as shit, bro. There's no way in the world. So you want? Like so are you saying you want Wesley? You want somebody of his caliber? Like I don't understand.
I would prefer to see a black actor who had at least done some action, so I could see it. No, well, you know what's funny?
Just tell us.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't done karate in a couple of years, but I think I could have done something. I got a couple swords in here. I could flex a little something.
He done something. He fought in Luke Cage. He fought somebody in Luke Cage, nigga.
Yeah, but okay. There's a vast difference between playing who he played in Luke Cage and playing Blade. That's all I'm saying. Blade is a very physical martial arts weapons, and the thing is, Wesley was already doing that. So my thing is this: replace whoever, but you have to be of equal caliber or better to replace an iconic person. And unless he's been in training,
but you just said, hold on. But you just said, get anybody to play T'Challa, somebody else less athletic.
I'm saying iconic as in matching Wesley, not the character.
All right, so who can you get that can match What Chadwick did.
Like Marshall he's that dude right now. Like
I can see him
not
as
no
Blade.
slouch.
I can see him as I don't know about his athletic prowess.
Yeah, I don't either, but nigga, that's what CGI and training is for. Nigga, like Mark Wahlberg. Well, no, at this point.
Because y'all only say that because he dark skinned and skinny.
I mean,
and he
somebody like 8, 9 months, you can get in physical condition.
Yeah, like I
do a few little action scenes and shit.
Yeah,
and if I do it slow and you speed it up, when I do it, it looks fast.
That's hilarious.
Listen,
magic,
and that would be cool. That would be cool if you didn't have Wesley, who did his own stunts and all that, as a blueprint. If we did not have,
but not everybody do that shit. Like Tom Cruise, he like the only motherfucker.
Yeah, him and Jackie Chan, all the niggas. How you know this nigga ain't doing that though?
Bro, him and Wesley is 3 to 4 years apart. You act like he that much younger.
But Jackie Chan like 70.
Much younger than Wesley Snipes. He really is.
They can't be
the same age.
Marshall, he got some age to him. He ain't no.
Bro, they could have gone to high school together.
Huh? What?
They could have gone to high school together. That
ain't
no way.
My phone dead, so I can't Google it.
Look up Marshall Ali right here. He about to do it. Do the Google.
He under 40. No,
he's not under 40. That man is like 45, 46. You know black don't crack.
How old Wesley Snipes was when he did Blade?
30s.
What's that nigga name?
Marshall. Let's put in Marshall.
Yeah, I say that. I get marshmallow.
It's M-A. No, it's M-A-R-S-H-A-L-A. Yeah, you could. Yeah, Moonlight will work too. The nigga from Moonlight.
I use the bathroom. I can edit this shit. Like, gotta hold this shit like 3.
Yeah, he in his late 40s, bro.
Who's Marshall, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Wesley like 60 something.
Wesley not 60 something, not yet.
Man, Wesley look old as shit in the goddamn.
In Coming to America, he did.
Yeah, he look old as shit. When he was born in 62, that nigga saw slavery and shit. Yeah, that nigga 60.
Who, Wesley?
Yeah.
And then how old is the nigga
42?
from Moon?
You said 42, right?
Nah, he 42.
I think he's older than that.
Marshall 42. You said the nigga 42?
Nah, he older than that.
You find this nigga yet?
Nah, I looked up Wesley first.
How old Wesley was?
I still want to. Wesley was 60.
He is 60?
Yeah.
And that shit came out in what, 98 or 2000? No. Was it 98?
It's a 90s movie.
So 98. It came out in 98. Iron Man came out in 2008.
He's like 30.
I ain't spelling it.
Let me see. Marshall?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, short.
I
had it, but you see what I get. Marshall Zolotov.
Shut up, Moonlight for this one now. Yeah, that shit catch on with
you. Yeah. I don't Google his name, so it ain't gonna be something in my.
After this, gentlemen, I gotta dip because I actually have another podcast I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
I gotta get on the road to go. Yeah, and I gotta shoot to Alexandria. Yeah,
okay, that's what's up.
You know, and then my wife just peeked in this down.
Like, what the fuck you been doing?
You was laughing too much, nigga. I thought
you laughing
too much. The baby. Everything in my house now is the baby.
He was born in 74, making him 48. He's 48.
I told you down there 50, huh?
Nigga, that's 12 years apart, nigga. You said it was like they could have went to high school.
Wesley is not
together.
Blade at 60.
Wesley
Wesley was Blade at 35.
Wesley always came back into high school and booked the chicks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, 2 chains.
You act like Wesley was playing Blade in his 40s.
Like 40 years old. What are you doing with a high school chick?
That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So the age probably more like 27, 25, 26 or something. But you was being a high school chick, come pick her up every day in college. Everybody.
So you got to think when Wesley's 60. So when Wesley did the first Blade movie, he was like 33, 34. This nigga almost 50.
Hold on, man. Stop disrespecting old heads, man. I can do some shit.
Hey, Slim.
I'm lying.
Hey, Slim. I'm 40 in 2 weeks, Shaw.
Hey, this
I'm
about to
an
be
old head too.
Hey, this Blade about to be a one-off. That's all that means.
Yeah.
It's about to be a
That's what I'm
one-off.
saying. He about to do just one movie, and then
What's
after
wrong
that,
with
he got to
that?
qualify
What's
for
wrong
the
with that?
Shit, you
AARP.
know, it's like 17 Jokers.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with just
Why
throwing
would
them?
you want? Why would you want one Blade movie when Wesley gave us 3? Find a young Nick. That's what all I'm saying is find a young nigga.
Because you got the Black
Blade.
Captain America about to give you 2 more joints.
Nah, I don't want to see Anthony Mackie. Fuck
You
Anthony
don't care
Mackie.
what you want to see.
Ever
It's
since,
Marvel.
listen,
That's our problem. We
ever
want
since
shit
I
from
found
the
out,
MCU.
Yeah,
Fuck, nigga.
nah,
We
ever
got
since
niggas
I
that's
found
giving
out
this
he
good
went
shit,
to,
bro. We need to go
ever
support
since
this
I
Jordan
found out he
Peele
went
shit.
to a
Hey, real quick, you seen
nah,
Nope yet?
huh?
Real quick, you
Nope.
seen Nope?
No, not yet. Is it worth it?
I like movies, so I'll give you a biased answer. I like movies. I think it was good. My wife
Well, I
don't.
like Jordan Peele. I like Jordan Peele, so I'm excited to see it. But you know, ever since I found out he went to Pembroke Academy, and that's a private school, I've had lost all trust in Anthony Mackie.
What you mad because Clarence Parents had a real good marriage?
you know what's funny? This is rapper Supreme, and he didn't catch the 8 Mile. It took him a minute. He was like, "What's a private school? You know the school with nigga went to? You know the school?"
I was like, yo, why should I know Pembroke? Why did he say it like that? Yo, just pause.
You know, what's wrong with Pembroke? Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Always good talking to y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm shooting another video in September. I'd like for you guys to be.
All right, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You down?
I ain't one of these young thugs and shit. So you gotta have like
Nah, we
part.
I got Gray coming in. We can't do none of that stuff they doing, man. Grown man stuff.
All right.
Grown man stuff. You know. All right, gentlemen. Much blessings to y'all. Appreciate you inviting me.
All right.
All right, take care, y'all.
For sure, for sure.
Thank you for supporting the Non-Time Bout movement, where along with the convo, we try to give y'all segments like support your own, support is important, and flag football won't enough though, because support is important, and we gotta support our own. Deuce also brings you with your goof ass, a segment you bet not end up on, along with the necessary and unnecessary conversations we have, are intended to support the homies and those we see grinding, making things happen, big or small. If you know someone who needs some shine, DM Mo or Deuce so we can show love and send followers, subscribers, customers, or whatever. Now, time out.